everybody, welcome to week 7 of our summer body challenge. I can't believe it's been 7 weeks. Where has the time gone? Summer will be over before we know it. Anyway, how's everybody been enjoying the weather? It's been beautiful in the UK, although a little chilly in the air, in the wind, but fabulous weather, no rain for ages. Anyway, I digress. So how has everybody gone on who has done the unprocessed, eating no processed food, or as little processed food as you can? I think I've stuck to it fairly well. Obviously I may have lapsed a couple of times. I can't remember when, but I probably have. But I didn't find it too difficult to do. But before we go any further, I must just say I haven't lost any weight. So that was a bit of a disappointment because I thought I probably would have done. But I'm hoping it might show next week. It might reflect next week. I am just the same weight. So I've only lost 6 pounds altogether. But £6 better than nothing, isn't it? It's just under £1 a week. So how have I gone on? Well, I've quite liked it, really. We all think we don't eat a lot of processed foods, but it's probably, I often have a tin of soup, maybe for lunch or something. Well, of course, that's got lots of salt and sugar in, be it that it might not be very many recipes. So I haven't done that. I did go out for lunch one day with friends, and I had bruschetta, which I think was all right. But you can't, you've got to live your life, haven't you? It's just adopting a healthier lifestyle. I think I have done more exercise this week. I'll put you a little clip in if I can of me trying to do the push-ups against the wall. I have kept trying to do them. I don't know what. All I feel is it in my arms. I do feel it in my arms, but I want to feel it in my stomach. So maybe have to try and get down on the floor like Marie. So I don't know how the other girls have gone on, but like there's 4 of us doing it. There's Busy Bee Marie from Las Vegas. There's Karen from Geordie Grandma and Maria Crocker. So we've all stuck together trying to do it. We're all doing different things. Mine's been a bit of a mix-up, really. I seem to be doing different things every week, which is not the right way to do it. It's obviously why the others are doing better, but it's just been circumstances, really. So how have I gone on this week? I think I said that before, didn't I? The one thing I would say is my energy levels have increased. I have not felt as tired. And they do say, don't they, that processed foods can make you sluggish and make you crave more food. And I have noticed that has been a big improvement. I have had bread. Now, I'm not too sure whether bread's processed or not. I presume it is. But I have had bread, but I've only had a wholemeal bread. But, I've sometimes had a sandwich or something like that, a salad sandwich. I do like a salad sandwich. I did watch, I tell you what, I'll try and link it in the description box. I did watch a very useful BBC video, of a man that, what he did was he only ate sort of as much as he could processed foods for, I don't know, it's 3 weeks or a month. And it showed you how much weight it put on and how he felt. And he was eating these processed foods, and he said he was craving more food all the time because they are full of sugar and salt. And it's very interesting. It's very interesting to watch. I mean, he was eating a lot, to be truthful, but maybe things that you wouldn't think were processed, like cereals. He was eating these breakfast cereals that are quite heavily processed. You might not think that is, it's surprising what is. And then other things that he thought was healthy, when he read the labels, I mean, pre-made meals were really bad. And it's easy to do if you live on your own, to just buy a pre-made meal. But I've often wondered, like with the Weight Watchers meals, they have a really, really long sell-by date on. And I've often wondered why that is. So there must be lots of preservatives in, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them. I've used them lots of times and enjoyed them. But it's just worth looking at the labels, isn't it? Now, what I'm going to do is, because I have, as I say, I've not lost any weight, so there's no point in me getting on those scales. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, one of the recipes I've done a recipe, and I'll just put in some shots of in the week what's happened. And then I'll come back at the end and just give a little chat. I think next week we're doing smoothies, so I'll be able to use that thing I got from Temu. What was it? That I can't think what it was now. Oh, a chopper was it? And it got smoothie recipes in. So anyway, I'll see you in a bit. This is when I went out for lunch with the girls. Now, I can't find a photo of the bruschetta, but this was a sharing board that we had. There was 3 of us had this sharing board. It had got lots of fruit and goodies on. It was really, really nice. Now, don't laugh. This is me trying to do push-ups against the wall. I have kept trying to do these this week, but I'm probably not doing them right. Somebody help me out and tell me what I'm doing wrong. Marie, are you watching this? Tell me what I'm doing wrong. I could feel it on my arms, but nowhere else. I'm going to just do a recipe with unprocessed foods. It's chicken and aubergine, or you might call it eggplant if you're in the US. It's just, aubergines are in season in the UK. They probably come from abroad, I don't know. But there's quite a lot in the shop, so I thought I'd make the best of it. And it's chicken. So I've got 2 chicken breasts here that I've just sliced across. I'm just going to slice the aubergine. And I've got some oil ready, because I'm going to brush the aubergine with oil before I'm going to griddle the aubergine. So I'm going to put a bit of olive oil with some paprika, or paprika, however you pronounce it, and some Italian seasoning. That's one of the Just Spices ones. I love those. So I'm going to put that in, and I'm going to mix it with the oil and then brush the aubergines with it. I find that's an easy way to do it, to flavour it. Right, so I'll go ahead with that. Now, in here, in my Dr. Zero or whatever it is, I've got an onion, a small red onion, some pepper and some basil. And I'm just going to whiz that. I'm just going to whiz that. I've plugged it in, yeah. Can you just see? I'll just show you. It's really good, this little thing. I could do with getting a big food processor, but this one's all right for now. It chops it up really quickly, can you see? So that's the stage I'm at now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some oil in this little dish. I might need a little bit more. I've got some Italian seasoning. I may put some black pepper in as well, or I may season that later. And then some paprika, paprika as I call it. And then I'm going to mix those up. So you will get like a flavoured oil. It's an easy way to flavour oils, you know, if you've got anything like... Right, so now I'm going to slice the aubergine. You know, I did all this. I've done all this and thought I was videoing, and I wasn't. I'm always doing that. So what I basically did was just brush both sides of the aubergine with the flavoured oil. And then I'm going to put this in a hot griddle pan. I'll just go and put the pan on. So I've got my griddle pan, and I'm just going to lay these down in the pan. I'm going to make 2 of these. So I'm laying those down in the pan, and I'm going to griddle them. Meanwhile, in another pan, I'm going to mix this with some homemade tomato sauce. I always find it's better to use homemade because it's amazing how many additives are in jars of sauce. I tend not to use jars Very occasionally I'll get a stirring pasta one, but it's really occasionally. In fact, I can't remember when I last got one, because I started stopping using jars years and years ago when I was at Slimming World, when I found out how much sugar and salt's in them. And it's so easy to make your own just with passata and chopped tomatoes, you know, and just herbs and that. And if they're a little bit bitter, you can just put a pinch of sugar in. So anyway, I'm going to mix that with some tomato and then put that in another pan with, you know, a bit of homemade tomato sauce. Okay, I've made that for you before, so I've stirred just a little bit of the sauce in. Now what I'm going to do is just add some black pepper, and then I'm going to slightly cook this. So I'll go across and cook this for a few minutes. Right, the aubergines, I'm over here. Hiya. I don't really want to move the camera because it takes me so long to set it up on that stand. It clips onto my kitchen unit. So I've got the aubergines cooking there, and also the sauce. I only want to soften them though, because those are going in the air fryer when I put the chicken in. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the chicken breasts into the air fryer for a little bit. Can you see them? And I will wash my hands after handling these. I've only used the one hand, so right, I'm going to do chicken. Got it on chicken, and I'm going to start it now. I'm actually going to turn the temperature down because it's come up as 230. Well, it's only two chicken breasts, so I'm going to turn them down to 185, and then I'm going to start it. Right, I'm going to wash my hands now. I actually only use one hand for touching the chicken, and this will be thrown away. That means I don't have to have the chicken on my chopping board if I leave it in there. You just want to griddle the aubergine till it softens. And then when the chicken's cooked a little bit, I'll assemble it. It's a very easy recipe to do, and I'll probably serve it. I've got some Jersey potatoes, so I'm going to probably cook the Jersey potatoes and with a nice salad. So I'll come back to you in a bit. Right, so I've got the chicken out of the air fryer. It's taken about a good 10 minutes. And I've cut into it to make sure it's cooked all through. I've grated some cheese. Normally I won't put mozzarella on this when I make it, but I haven't got any, so I've just grated some cheese. I'm sure it'll be fine. So the aubergines are cooked. So what I'm going to do, I might put 2 on each one. I'll see. You see, you could make like 4 with this amount, but I like aubergine, so I'm going to put 2 on each one, but you really would only need to put 1 on each one. Then this is the topping. It's been simmering away for 10 minutes. We can smell the pepper. You know, actually, I think this would just be all right with salad without the Jersey potatoes. I might just do it with salad because I think it's going to be too much with the potatoes. You're getting a lot of your veg in this. Some left, but I'll use that. Probably pop it on a sandwich. So now I'm going to put some cheese on. As I say, normally I would use mozzarella, but I haven't got any in at the moment. So I'm sure I've just grated some cheese. I'm sure it'll be fine. That into the air fryer. It's a bit hit and miss. I'm going to try it. I'll try it for 3 minutes on 180 and then I'll take a look. I'm still learning with this air fryer oven. Turn it down to 5, I can't get it in. It just goes from 5 to 1, I think. Start. So I'll perhaps come back. Alexa, give me an alarm please in 3 minutes.
3 minutes, starting now.
Right, so here I am. Oh, do you know the onions? Honestly, my eyes are so sensitive. I thought I got away with it with the onions, but then they started. I've tried all sorts of tricks to stop your eyes watering with it, but none of them have worked for me. Right, so we'll just leave that in and I'll bring it all out and show it you. It might take longer than 3 minutes, so I'll tell you how long it takes. Right, so this is after 3 minutes. I probably would do it. I like my cheese. It depends how you like your cheese. I like it a little bit browner. So I'd probably do it for 4 minutes. Now you could serve this cold with a salad or you can have it hot. As I say, I normally put mozzarella on. So I'm just going to plate it up and then I'm going to eat it later with a salad. Well, I'm not obviously going to eat both of them. But I was going to do some Jersey potatoes with it because I've got Jersey. But like I said, it's going to be far too filling with Jersey potatoes. So that's a nice clean dish, as you would say. And I know there's cheese on, but milk products are quite good for you. I know the cheese is fatty, but they're sort of good for your energy levels. So I don't think that would be too bad. Okay, so I'll plate it up and I'll show it you later on. This is the chicken with the salad that I'm going to have later on for my tea or my dinner, whatever you want to call it. So I didn't need the potatoes. There's lots as it is. It's looking really, really good. I'm going to eat it cold, but it's equally as nice hot. Right, so this is the end of this week's video. Now I've got some very important things to say. Maria's daughter, Becky Bartlam, who also has a channel, so it'd be nice for you to follow her. She each week does some lovely meals of the week. She's very good at doing them, and she's done some for us this week, and it's 5 unprocessed food meals. So I'd like you to go across to her channel, which I will link in the description box, and have a look at the recipes, because it's going to be really useful for anybody who wants to start eating unprocessed food. Now also the other girls, we'll see how they've gone on, so I'll put all the details. There's Maria Crocker, Geordie Grandma and Busy Bee Marie. So I'll put all the details of their channels in the description box as well. And also another thing, it's getting very big, this video. Hope you're following Just Janie. She's doing yoga. And she has done some yoga. I keep saying I'm going to start doing it, but I will try and start doing it. The trouble is when I get down on the floor, I can't get up again. So it's a bit more difficult for me. So go across to their channels and take a look. And I'll put the link in the description box for the BBC video. And also for my little chopper, because I think it was from Amazon. If I can find the link for that, I'll put that in. It's really good. I use it so much. And anything else you want me to link, just let me know. Okie dokie, bye for now, and we'll see you next week. And next week we're doing Smoother Week. And if you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. Please tick the subscribe button. It's absolutely free. And subscribe to all the other girls. We're all trying to build our channels, and we're all working really, really hard. It is hard work, so I would appreciate it. So bye for now.